Good morning, my happy back. Here's the plan. Number one, no, it's not my birthday. I didn't know that apparently there's a bit of a tradition for red t-shirts in the Philippines when it's your birthday. No, not today. Number two, they're going to continue to try and search for a solution for the white sandy beach type finish for steps and the shallow area and other areas in the pool. And thank you to everyone who's put in suggestions about how we might achieve something like that. Roofing guys, haven't seen them yet, not sure if they're in. It's just before 8 o'clock and the pool guys and the roofing guys do kind of keep their own hours, so we may see them a little bit later. Inside the house, a lot more plastering, of course. Outside the house, more plastering. What could possibly go wrong? And another thing, today for me is going to be a slightly abbreviated day. I've got a thing to go to today, which means I'm going to have to duck out early. I've also got a fair bit of stuff I've got to do during the morning and the afternoon. I'll try and fit that around whatever seems appropriate for filming. But it will be an abbreviated day and I'm not certain I can get this video out tonight. It may be that I have to finish that off tomorrow. We'll see. It's early afternoon. Yeah, I didn't do anything this morning apart from that opening clip. Pitiful. But my word, there's a lot going on at the pool here. Firstly, bridges. We're going to get the 2 bridges started today. They have got the 2 bridges started. One across here and one on the far side. They don't line up. Because if we did line them up, it's too shallow where that other one would be. But it doesn't matter, that's fine. We did catch one thing this morning that we missed on the renderings. Here we go again, I look at pictures and I still don't get it. There would have been steps on this bridge, 2 steps either side, I think minimum. But that's not really what we want. We want to be able to, in future, have a trolley of food or, heaven forbid, alcohol that we can sort of push across to the centre part. So we've asked them to make it a sloped bridge. Given that we're doing it on this side, it's not so important on the other side, but we're going to match and do the same thing. And the second thing, they've started to build up inside where the seating area will be. So that high set of bricks that you see is the first step as you walk down into it, and they have started to lay out the hollow block for the bench seats that will be there and the other steps. It is all going on here. Up on top, the news is the roof crew, part 1, say that the structure is now entirely in place. So now it's finishing. Painting, I don't know how much rust proofing is going on up there, but all of the metal is now done. Something else I had completely forgotten about is here, over the top of the gym. They have to do a roof here as well. And they've still got to do the roof over the carport. Again, not going to count towards roof completion, but if the second part of the roofing crew doesn't come in until the first part is done completely, that is going to push us back, because they also still have to do a roof up here above the patio. This is looking into the dirty kitchen from the side where the pool is. So we've got Richard finishing off this wall of mortar. I've been calling it plaster. Stephen P has pointed out in the most polite terms, it's not plaster, it's mortar. Anyway, the mortar is being applied to this wall, which I think is the last wall in the dirty kitchen. And here is the helper's room. This wall getting mortared. Cromwell's up there, smoothing out the top half of this first wall to be done in this room. And we are back at the last bathroom for mortar. And inside, it's basically all got mortar on it now. Rico's just doing a bit of smoothing. And then this room will be done, which means that upstairs, all the rooms are mortared. The only areas that are not done are where they've extended the roof a little higher to support and hold on to the roof. And there's not much of that left to do either. Here at the front of the house, one of the Marvins is continuing his descent of this front wall with mortar. So all of the upper floor is done. A little bit of this side of the entrance is done, and he's now making his way across the tops of the windows, as you can see. Upstairs, the other Marvin is working on the outside wall of the master bedroom. And in the middle, can't tell who that is, completely covered up, a bit more chipping out around that very tall window. And once again, the engine room, Jesney and Elson sorting out all the materials that everybody needs. Sifting the sand, mixing the concrete, as before. Nothing works without these guys. It's just before 3 o'clock, but I got to call it a day. So there's not going to be an awful lot of development since the last shots, but here, well, there is really. They've got the second step outside wall up to height, working more now on the next one and on the area where the bench seat will go. I think basically all the way around up to each side of the steps. Right, bridge building. They're all laughing at me because I don't know what to say about it. We're building a bridge. The end. Well, there we go. For me, the end of day 143. The day in which the rather startling news was that the roof frame is done. At least the part up on top of the house. More bits of roofing to do elsewhere, but that's a big milestone. The day in which all sorts of things were going on at the pool. Massive appearance difference with that. The day in which more plaster continued on, particularly on the front of the house. That's the most noticeable. But I am sure by the end of today, all of the rooms upstairs will be done with, mortar. What a day, even though it's, as far as this episode is concerned, it's very, very short. But what a lot going on. How can they top that one tomorrow? Well, we'll come back and find out. See you then.